The inception of the automobile can be traced back to the late 19th century, a period marked by remarkable ingenuity and the pursuit of mobility. The earliest automobiles were far from the sophisticated machines we know today. They were rudimentary contraptions powered by steam, electricity, or internal combustion engines. The development of the internal combustion engine, in particular, was a pivotal innovation that set the stage for the modern automobile industry. These engines were more efficient, could reach higher speeds, and allowed for greater range than their steam and electric counterparts. The evolution of the automobile was also influenced by the refinement of other critical components such as the chassis, suspension, and steering systems. The introduction of pneumatic tires provided a smoother ride and better traction, while advancements in metallurgy led to stronger and lighter vehicle frames. The combination of these early innovations laid the foundation for the mass production and widespread adoption of automobiles in the 20th century. Several key figures and companies played significant roles in the birth of the automobile. Carl Benz is often credited with creating the first true automobile in 1885, the Benz patent motor wagon. This three-wheeled vehicle was powered by a single-cylinder gasoline engine and is considered the first car designed to generate its own power, rather than being a motorized stagecoach or horse carriage. In America, the Duryea brothers built one of the first gasoline-powered vehicles in 1893, and Henry Ford revolutionized the industry with the introduction of the Model T in 1908. Ford's use of assembly line production dramatically reduced costs, making cars affordable to the average consumer and effectively democratizing automobile ownership. Companies like General Motors and Chrysler soon followed, contributing to the establishment of the United States as a major player in the automotive industry. The 1920s and 1930s, often referred to as the Roaring Twenties and the Great Depression era respectively, were times of great contrast in the automotive world. During the 1920s, the economy was booming, and this prosperity was reflected in the cars of the era. Automobiles became more than just a means of transportation, they were symbols of status and luxury. Manufacturers began to offer vehicles with more powerful engines, elegant bodywork, and opulent interiors. Brands like Cadillac, Packard, and Duesenberg became synonymous with wealth and sophistication, producing cars that were as much works of art as they were functional machines. The Great Depression of the 1930s, however, brought about a shift in the industry. While luxury cars still had their place, economic hardship forced manufacturers to produce more affordable vehicles. Companies like Ford and Chevrolet began to focus on creating cars that were economical to buy and run, without sacrificing reliability and style. This period also saw the introduction of more standardized parts, which helped reduce manufacturing costs and made repairs easier and more accessible to the average car owner. Technological advancements during the 1920s and 1930s were significant. The introduction of hydraulic brakes improved safety by providing drivers with more reliable stopping power. Synchromesh transmissions made gear changes smoother and more user-friendly, which was a welcome improvement over the previously challenging non-synchronized gearboxes. Another notable innovation was the move from wood to all-steel bodies, which enhanced the durability and safety of cars. The period also saw the development of independent front suspension systems, which improved handling and ride comfort. Advances in engine technology, such as the introduction of overhead valves, allowed for more efficient and powerful engines. These technological improvements not only made cars more enjoyable to drive but also paved the way for the performance and design breakthroughs that would come in the following decades. The post-war era, particularly in the United States, was a time of economic growth and cultural optimism. The automobile industry experienced a resurgence, and with it came the birth of the muscle car. Muscle cars were characterized by their large displacement V8 engines, affordable prices, and a focus on straight-line speed. The 1949 Oldsmobile Rocket 88 is often cited as one of the first muscle cars, combining a powerful engine with a lightweight body. The 1950s and 1960s saw the muscle car segment explode in popularity, with models like the Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Camaro, and Dodge Charger becoming cultural icons. These cars were not only fast but also stylish, with aggressive lines and bold designs that captured the spirit of the era. Muscle cars became a symbol of American power and performance, and their legacy continues to influence the automotive industry today. Racing played a crucial role in the development of muscle cars and the automotive industry as a whole during the post-war era. Automakers recognized that success on the racetrack could translate into increased sales, as consumers sought cars with proven performance pedigrees. This led to the win on Sunday, sell on Monday mentality, where manufacturers actively participated in motorsports to showcase their vehicles' capabilities. Innovations from racing often trickled down to production cars, leading to improvements in engine performance, aerodynamics, and materials. The competition between manufacturers in series like NASCAR and drag racing circuits pushed the boundaries of what was possible, resulting in some of the most iconic and powerful cars of the time. Racing also provided a testing ground for new technologies that would later become standard in production vehicles. The 1960s and 1970s are often referred to as the golden age of classic cars, a time when design and performance reached new heights. Iconic models such as the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, Ford GT40, and Lamborghini Miura captured the imaginations of car enthusiasts around the world. These cars featured sleek, aerodynamic designs and powerful engines that delivered unprecedented performance. The era also saw the introduction of the pony car, a smaller, more affordable alternative to the muscle car. The Ford Mustang, introduced in 1964, created a new market segment and inspired competitors like the Chevrolet Camaro and Pontiac Firebird. These cars offered sporty styling and performance at a price point that was accessible to a wider audience, further fueling the public's love affair with high-performance automobiles. The influence of pop culture on the automotive industry during the 60s and 70s was undeniable. Movies, television shows, and music of the era often featured classic cars, cementing their status as cultural symbols. The Ford Mustang, for example, gained fame through its appearance in films like Bullet and Gone in 60 Seconds. The Lamborghini Miura became a symbol of exotic performance after its memorable role in The Italian Job. The connection between cars and pop culture created a feedback loop where the popularity of certain models in media drove consumer demand, and in turn, automakers sought to create vehicles that captured the zeitgeist. This period also saw the emergence of car customization and hot rodding as popular hobbies, with enthusiasts personalizing their vehicles to express individuality and improve performance. The 1980s and 1990s marked a period of change for the automotive industry, driven by rising fuel prices and increasing environmental awareness. The oil crises of the 1970s had already begun to shift consumer preferences towards smaller, more fuel-efficient cars. Automakers responded by downsizing their models and introducing compact and subcompact cars that offered better fuel economy without sacrificing style or driving enjoyment. This era also saw the rise of the hot hatchback, a segment that combined the practicality of a compact car with the performance typically associated with larger sports cars. Models like the Volkswagen Golf GTI and Honda Civic Si became popular among enthusiasts who valued agility and efficiency. Advances in engine technology, such as multi-valve configurations and turbocharging, allowed these smaller cars to deliver spirited performance while maintaining reasonable fuel consumption. Japanese manufacturers experienced a significant rise in prominence during the 80s and 90s, challenging the dominance of American and European automakers. Brands like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan gained reputations for producing reliable, well-engineered cars that offered excellent value for money. The Japanese approach to quality control and lean manufacturing, exemplified by the Toyota production system, set new standards for the industry. Japanese sports cars from this period, such as the Toyota Supra, Mazda RX-7, and Nissan Skyline GT-R, became legendary for their performance and tunability. These cars, along with luxury models from brands like Lexus and Acura, helped establish Japan as a major force in the global automotive market. The turn of the millennium brought with it a renewed interest in classic car design and performance. Automakers began to look to their past for inspiration, resulting in a wave of retro-styled vehicles that paid homage to the iconic models of the 60s and 70s. Cars like the Mini Cooper, Volkswagen New Beetle, and Ford GT captured the essence of their classic predecessors while incorporating modern technology and safety features. This trend extended to muscle cars as well, with the revival of the Dodge Challenger and Chevrolet Camaro. These modern classics offered the nostalgic appeal of their forebears combined with contemporary performance and comfort. The blending of old and new resonated with car buyers, creating a niche market for vehicles that celebrated automotive heritage. Alongside the creation of new models with retro styling, some automakers chose to revive their most iconic nameplates. The Ford Mustang, for example, underwent a design transformation that echoed the styling cues of the original 1960s version, while the Porsche 911 continued to evolve while maintaining the core design elements that made it a classic. These revived models not only honored the legacy of their predecessors but also pushed the boundaries of performance and technology. The revival of iconic models was not limited to performance cars. Luxury brands like Bentley and Rolls-Royce also looked to their storied pasts to inspire the design and craftsmanship of their modern offerings. The result was a range of vehicles that combined classic elegance with the latest advancements in automotive engineering. As technology advanced, so did the safety features available in classic cars. The integration of airbags, anti-lock braking systems, ABS, and traction control became standard, greatly enhancing occupant protection and vehicle control. Crumple zones and reinforced passenger cells improved crashworthiness, while advancements in lighting technology, such as LED headlights, improved visibility and safety on the road. These technological improvements were not limited to new vehicles. Many classic car enthusiasts began retrofitting their vintage rides with modern safety features to make them more suitable for everyday driving. This blending of classic style with contemporary safety has allowed classic cars to remain relevant and enjoyable in a modern context. Performance technology has also had a significant impact on classic cars. Fuel injection replaced carburetors in most vehicles, leading to more efficient and reliable engine performance. Computer-controlled engine management systems allowed for precise tuning and optimization of power delivery. Suspension technology evolved with the introduction of adaptive and magnetic ride control systems, which improved handling dynamics without compromising ride comfort. The use of lightweight materials such as carbon fiber and aluminum became more widespread, reducing vehicle weight and improving performance. Aerodynamic design also saw significant advancements, with the use of wind tunnels and computational fluid dynamics, CFD, to shape cars for reduced drag and increased downforce. These performance enhancements have kept classic cars competitive and thrilling to drive in the modern era. Environmental regulations have had a profound impact on classic car design and operation. Stricter emissions standards have forced automakers to develop cleaner, more efficient engines. Catalytic converters, which reduce harmful exhaust emissions, became mandatory on new cars sold in the United States starting in 1975. These regulations have also influenced the classic car market, with owners seeking ways to reduce the environmental impact of their vehicles through engine swaps or upgrades to more modern fuel systems. In some regions, classic cars are exempt from certain emissions regulations due to their age and historical significance. However, as environmental concerns continue to grow, there is increasing pressure to ensure that all vehicles, regardless of age, contribute to cleaner air quality. This has led to a growing interest in electric conversions for classic cars, allowing them to meet modern emissions standards while retaining their classic appeal. Safety regulations have also influenced the design and construction of classic cars. Features such as seat belts, which became mandatory in the United States in the 1960s, are now considered essential for any vehicle on the road. Other safety features like crumple zones, side impact protection, and modern braking systems have been incorporated into the design of new classic-inspired models to meet current safety standards. For classic car enthusiasts, navigating these regulations can be challenging, as retrofitting older vehicles with modern safety equipment can be complex and expensive. However, many owners find creative solutions to enhance the safety of their classic cars without compromising their vintage character. The environmental impact of classic cars, particularly in terms of fuel efficiency and emissions, has become an important consideration for owners and enthusiasts. While classic cars were not originally designed with fuel efficiency in mind, there has been a push to improve their environmental footprint. This has led to the adoption of modern fuel-saving technologies such as electronic fuel injection, variable valve timing, and even hybrid powertrains in some restoration projects. The classic car community has also seen a rise in the use of alternative fuels, such as biodiesel and ethanol blends, which can reduce the carbon emissions of older vehicles. Additionally, some owners opt for engine tuning and aerodynamic modifications to improve fuel economy and reduce emissions without altering the classic aesthetic of their cars. The trend towards electrification in the automotive industry has extended to the realm of classic cars. Electric conversions involve replacing the internal combustion engine with an electric motor and battery pack, resulting in a classic car with zero emissions. This approach not only addresses environmental concerns but also provides a unique driving experience with instant torque and smooth acceleration. Hybrid technology is another avenue explored by some classic car enthusiasts. By integrating an electric motor with the traditional engine, hybrids offer improved fuel efficiency and reduced emissions while maintaining the original driving characteristics of the car. These environmentally friendly options are becoming more popular as technology advances and becomes more accessible to the classic car market. Classic cars have long been regarded as status symbols, representing not only personal taste and style but also wealth and social standing. Owning a classic car can be seen as a statement of sophistication and a nod to the craftsmanship and design of a bygone era. For many, the allure of a classic car lies in its exclusivity and the prestige associated with rare and sought-after models. The status associated with classic cars is not solely based on their monetary value, it also reflects the owner's commitment to preserving automotive history. The time, effort, and resources required to maintain and restore a classic car are significant, and the dedication shown by owners is often admired and respected within the community. Classic cars are more than just vehicles, they are cultural icons that encapsulate the spirit of their respective eras. They evoke nostalgia and are often associated with historical events, trends, and movements. Classic cars have been immortalized in film, television, and music, further cementing their place in popular culture. Thank you for watching this video.